So this is my first video, and it's also to respond to what J-Man and JC, Master King Jay-Z, that was his name, about the how I feel about the response of Disney buying out Funimation. And I'm gonna be as unbiased as I possibly can be because I don't want to like piss off anybody. I just want to go at this as legit with as much information as I can possibly tell you about both Funimation and Disney and what are my views about it. Now, let's just get to the chase. Personally, I know Disney very well. I grew up on Disney. I've watched it since back when I was like 6 years old, back when I was in Panama. I got into Disney movies. I loved every bit of it. I mean, I was a huge Disney fan. I literally had all the movies, the videos, the HD. I'm sorry, the VHS. My bad, the VHS. And I love the characters. But let's look at it at a different standpoint here, okay? Most of it was pretty kidified. I mean, the atmosphere itself was kidified. I mean, it would just make no sense whatsoever if Funimation and Disney were to combine together. Yes, it's a good term for money-wise in a business perspective. They'll have more money. I mean, shoot, Funimation compared to Disney, like Funimation would be broke compared to Disney. But if Disney were to unify with Funimation, Funimation wouldn't have to worry about it because they got a lot of money, and that would be a good thing for them because that means more money for advertisement, more money for you know, special promotions, more money just for distribution, more money just for even license for more other great stories that come from Japan in itself that we have yet to hear about. That's a good thing about this whole ordeal is that it's good for something like that in terms of just them making money, getting out more license, VHS, and more people being fully aware about the Japanese Eastern culture that lives out in all of Asia. Now, let's go to the bad part about it, and then we'll get to the ugly eventually. The bad part about something like this is, as I stated earlier before, Funimation would probably get censored the crap out of them. It would get censored the crap. It would be like the snakes in the grass, like 4Kids. 4Kids, and we all know how 4Kids have absolutely just butchered and censored the living crap out of numerous household names in the world, like One Piece, for instance, Kirby, Ultimate Muscle, and all the other jazz. And yet, if we put and Disney's kind of the same as 4Kids, they're just not at the same prospect or level in terms of censorship. Disney does have a bit of some subliminal message that sometimes if you don't pay attention to, you won't notice it. However, all the same, Disney is same like 4Kids. If they were to ever get their hands on something like that, it'll almost be like the same as 4Kids. It'll almost be pretty much they're gonna take out a bunch of scenes and censor some names and take out all the itchiness and anything. That's what makes Japanese animation much different than your normal average cartoon here in America. Now we'll come to the ugly. The ugly part about all that is that when you change scenes and a story like that so dramatically that fans of the original series will be enraged. They're not just gonna get pissed. They're gonna get enraged because you're taking something that they grew up on ever since probably like they were in their pre-teens, young teens when they got started, and you are absolutely turning it into something entirely different, something that they did not grow up on. And people do not take it very well when you had something that you've had for a very long time and it changes just like that. That doesn't work that way. I mean, it doesn't make people happy, and they're gonna get pissed if you do that. So in all sense, after looking through all three of those, I guess in a sense, it's good for Funimation that they get more money, so that means it's more distribution, more franchise, and more promotion. But at the same time, we all know Disney's kind of a lot like 4 Kids, and 4 Kids is like the snakes in the grass that just censor and butcher everything. Magusi is just the same as well. Just imagine if they had like the works of DBZ under Disney. Holy cow, it would be worse than Toonami because they will just take out so much of the fighting scenes. They'll just like take out the parts where Frieza blows up the planets. They'll take out all the things that makes with DBZ the magic of DBZ work very well. It'll be a mess if it was under them. Under Yu Yu Hakusho or Rurouni Kenshin under DBZ. Oh goodness, they would have so much fun editing the crap out of it. They would, and pretty much again, people are gonna get so pissed. The fans are just gonna be outraged. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if there's gonna be like a huge outbreak out in San Diego or down in Texas where Funimation is founded on, and they're just gonna be like at the front door, just like throwing stuff because they're that ticked off. So yeah, overall, if anybody wants to leave a comment or anything, that's great. I could go forward for that. I'm just throwing out my opinion of what both J-Man and Jay-Z Production, as well as Master King JC said. And personally, I'm more on the lines thinking that this is kind of more of a bad thing than a good thing. Because while it might be true that with the money, they'll still be around because they don't have to deal with all the debts and being illegal downloads. At the same time, they're also going to just butcher the vision of what the original artists have. And as an artist myself, if I were to like ever have a work license under something, and I know that the vision has been terribly impaired to look like something's different, I certainly am going to have a big deal and a problem with that as well. So this is Garbo here on the set, just letting my opinion know about it, and everybody can just leave something behind. All right, peace out.